Most people learn to drive in a car with a manual gearbox, as they are much more common in the UK. And if we pass our driving test in a manual car, then we will be allowed to drive all types of car afterwards. If we want to master driving a car with a manual gearbox, we will need to be able to smoothly change up and down gears when needed. To do this, we will have to coordinate our hand and feet movements. And even though it may seem difficult at first, keep practicing and eventually it will become second nature. This video will show you how to change gears and suggest a few tips to make it as easy as possible. First, let's have a look at the gear stick and practice selecting each gear with the engine switched off. The gear stick is currently in neutral, which means no gear is selected. The diagram on top of the gear stick shows where all the gears are, and it's worth taking a look before we start driving, since the position of reverse gear can vary between cars. If we move the gear lever left and right, we can feel there are springs in the mechanism to return the lever to the centre when we let go. This is so we can select gears by feel without needing to look away from the road, as this would be dangerous. The best way to select gears is to place your palm on the top of the gear stick, then rotate your hand so that your palm is facing towards the gear you want to select. This should reduce the chances of selecting the wrong gear accidentally. So let's run through all the gears. Push left against the spring and up for first gear. Push left, then down for second gear. Push gently up for third gear. The spring helps return the gear lever to the centre here. Pull down for fourth gear. Push right and up for fifth gear. And push right, then down for sixth gear if your car has it. Now let's go back down through the gears. Push right and up for fifth. Let the spring help as you pull down to get fourth. Straight up for third. Push left then down for second. And finally push left and up for first. Now let's select neutral again and confirm it by moving the gear stick sideways to feel for the spring. Our cars have reverse gear next to first gear, and to select it we need to lift a collar and then move the gear lever completely to the left and up. There will always be some kind of safety mechanism to prevent accidental selection of reverse gear, but it can vary between cars, so look at your car's manual if it isn't clear what to do. Let's run through all the gears again, but this time we'll look ahead so we are changing gear just by feel, as this is the way we must do it when driving on the road. Remember, when we want first and second gears, we will need to push left against the spring. When we want third and fourth gears, the springs will help us find the centre of the gearbox, so don't push against either spring. And when we need fifth and sixth gears, we will need to push right against the other spring. The best method is to push sideways against the spring before moving the lever up or down, as this will ensure the correct gear is selected. Keep practicing this until you know the position of every gear and you can correctly select all gears without looking at the gear stick. Next, we should practice what our feet need to do for a gear change. If we imagine that we are driving in first gear, with our right foot lightly pressing the accelerator, when we want to change gear, we will need to use our left foot to quickly press the clutch pedal right to the floor and at the same time lift our right foot off the accelerator pedal. We can then move the gear stick to the next gear before lifting the clutch pedal up slowly and gently pressing the accelerator pedal again to continue driving. The key is to move both feet together. Select the new gear, then move your feet again. Practice this technique as much as needed until you can smoothly change between every gear, using your hands and feet correctly. Before starting the car's engine, we should check again that the gear lever is in neutral, as the car could move suddenly if we tried to start whilst in gear. Next, let's select first gear, then pull away. When we want to change into second gear, we'll move our feet, select second gear, then move the feet again. Let's change gear again, from second to third this time. And once we've built up speed, one more gear change, up to fourth gear. Now we're starting to slow down, so we'll need to change down to third gear now. Remember, it's feet, hands, feet. One more down change, this time back to second gear, before we stop the car. Let's have another short drive. Try not to rush the gear change, as the car has plenty of momentum and will keep rolling for some time. If you feel the gear stick move into the wrong gear, just keep your feet still and try again with the gear stick. Selecting the wrong gear could make the car do something unexpected, so just take your time and make sure you get it right. The key to getting a smooth down change is to change the speed of the car first, then change down to the correct gear. Also, if we lift the clutch pedal extra slowly at the end of the gear change, that will help keep things smooth. There are a few factors to consider if deciding when to change gear, so for more information about this, please watch our other video, When to Change Gear. If you'd like to watch more footage of driving with gear changes, keep watching after the end titles. So remember to push the clutch down fully and lift off the accelerator. Don't look at the gear stick when driving. Select the next gear carefully and lift the clutch slowly for a smooth gear change. If you found this video interesting, please click like and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget the extra footage coming up next. Thanks for watching.